What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of CyberSpaces. Today, we're just going to keep things light and get some updates from Stolte and Sunam. Summer is here. Mainnet 2.0 is around the corner. Talk to us. Tell us what's on the roadmap. What do you guys have planned? What should we be excited for? Give us the rundown, guys.
All right. So we're planning to hit a launch pad here shortly. All I can say is soon. We've got that to look forward to. Well, we got that NFT launch a little bit later, maybe towards the end of summer, fall time. What else we got, Jeff?
Oh, we did have some questions from the community regarding the private rounds. Can you guys explain what's going on? Some people received emails. Some people are still waiting for emails. What's the official response from you guys?
All right. So we received, like a little bit over 1,000 emails, and we asked for $150,000, and it was just, so we found the people. We've emailed those people. If you were selected, you know that by now. So in between time, we've coming up with a solution to kind of help out everyone. There's just so much interest on it. And one of the cool things is our price is going to be the same as the seed, like the seed round price will be the same as Launchpad. And a little bit after that with the whole NFT art launch, that'd be real cool. That's gonna, I think, yeah.
Okay, so if people got into the private rounds, then they've received the email, so they know they're in. If I understand that correctly, and then you guys got more interest than you guys were anticipating. So you guys are trying to figure out a way to include more people. Do I understand that correctly? Or...
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And so we're planning on sending that email out to the whole list this week, actually. Kind of clear that up.
You did mention NFTs in there. Can you give us a little bit of info about these NFTs?
Yeah, so we have a little art project that we're gonna release. It's gonna it's gonna give a little bit to the utility use of Cyberlete app, to some of the things we've talked about before with teams and players and staking and using the market.
So you guys are having an NFT. It's tied into your ecosystem somehow. I know you guys can't share too much information, so I was just trying to squeeze as much as I could out of you, to be honest.
It'll be ERC21A contract, so it'll be a little bit more gas efficient, but will be Ethereum.
Nice. Okay, so I mean, you guys are going to be launching soon. You just mentioned that you have an IDO right around the corner. That's huge. How long have you guys been working on this? It's been 3 years.
Sometime in January of 2019 is when we started our first LLC, but we were working on it for at least a year prior to that. So going on 4 years now, if not a little bit more than that.
Nice. It's really comforting to know that you guys are ready to go to market, products ready, and all of that stuff. What else could we look forward to over the next couple of months?
Our application. We're actually gonna, hopefully early July, we'll have our application get ready to go for like game night and such, and we'll start onboarding people privately onto our beta application. We'll have that finished up probably late June, ready to go for early July.
And for those of you guys who are new, they're going to be launching this application that he just mentioned, and they're going to be onboarding 10,000 gamers to go and basically feed their data to their AI. Now, do they get rewarded, or is there any benefits to people being onboarded or being the first 10,000 people to join the application to help grow the AI?
I guess it kind of depends on how you look at it. If you like being in early on something and helping and contributing, that might be a gratifying feeling for you. If you're just in it to make some LEET token, I'm not going to guarantee that you can make anything at this early in, but you can be in part of the 10,000. At first, it's not going to be open to 10,000. It's going to be upon invite, participating in game nights. Because we really want to tune down the AI system and know who we're actually playing with at first. So it's going to be a slow growth.
So what happens during this onboarding process? What is the AI learning? Can you guys dive into the tech a little bit during this phase?
Yeah, one.
Technology-wise, at first, we're going to feed the AI human versus non-human movements, like we've stated in the past. And those movements are going to be based on keyboard and mouse at first. How we are doing it is classified information, but it is learning based on a human element. So we're looking at the human, and that's kind of the first phase of it.
So we're just recording your mouse and keyboard movement specifically in game on our application. And actually at the beginning, we're not even focusing on the keyboard. We're training the mouse first. We're taking one step at a time. We're capable of doing the keyboard, but we want to, specifically train the mouse first. That's one of the more obvious things to catch. What a normal person's mouse movement looks like in a video game versus none.
Can you explain to people why this is important? Because other anti-cheats basically just detect other software, right? But you guys are going in and detecting the human element. For the people who aren't too familiar with AI and gaming, can you guys explain why this is such a game changer?
Because it's something that no one's providing at the moment for esports. They've taken a way to, detect what software is running on your PC, and the software they use is a little invasive, and it's really system draining. It's very expensive for the game developer to have the anti-cheat running 24/7 all month long, every month. And like I said, that's more aimed towards detecting software. And what we've done detects like movement, human patterns. It knows what a natural movement is on your mouse versus what's unnatural movement in your mouse, like specifically in a video game.
Yeah, and I'd like to also add that other anti-cheats that only detect other software, that's a lot easier to hack than the kind of system that you guys are building.
Right, there's a lot of ways around it. You can get on Google and you can find a cheat for just about any game for free.
That's
Right.
the part of it too, that how easy accessible some of the cheats are and how easy it is to just manipulate and hide it behind something, and be this, like I've said in the previous, this fake it to make it stuff, where it's actually kind of sad.
I could see game developers like a Fortnite or a Call of Duty, something that has a cheating problem, maybe Apex, coming at us because what they see value in is our secured users. Every user on our platform is, verified. If they're competitive or not, or if they're competitive, they have the biometrics. If not, they've gone through a different KYC process. And developers like Call of Duty are going to want people like us because, if they ban that specific user, they know it's attached to that Cyberlete account.
You guys remind me of like the US ADA for pro athletes. So, the US ADA, they basically regulate, sports and to make sure that everybody that nobody has an unfair advantage, right? And Cyberlete is sort of that US ADA for esports, like
Yeah,
especially people who are playing in tournaments or playing for prize money. You want to make sure that you're not playing against somebody who has cheat codes, because the stakes could get really high.
yeah,
So you guys sort of remind me of that US ADA, but for esports. And um, I think once you guys go live, it's almost a no-brainer that any tournament, any league, anytime anyone's playing competitively, they're going to want to make sure that everyone has been verified through CyberLete's application first, uh, before jumping into the competition.
right. We're making it fun at the
Yep.
same time, and rewarding people for their data, and creating this fun league and kind of play to earn type of system. I don't really like using that term, but kind of like an arcade in a way.
Right. You guys are connecting that esports triangle with streamers, gamers, and fans, um, and creating an ecosystem, where the LEET token basically ties all of that together, and it's sort of like the index token to your guys' whole network. And I think the most fascinating part is that you guys are going to be taking 100 snippets of data, up to 400 snippets of data per second per user, which is more than uh, user generated data than Facebook. So I think that's one of the most fascinating things about this,
Yeah, that's a real
is how you
specific
guys,
data set
yeah.
at the same time. Um, like just the whole thing, human or not, on a mouse is a very interesting topic, and not everyone's going to be interested in that data set, but there is a large scene of this AI coming up right now with its artificial intelligence, and you're right. And we plan on rewarding the users accordingly. We're not trying to we're not trying to be unfair in any way, and we want the user to have as much fun as possible in a safe environment.
And I'd like to add, like, that esports triangle, like, these, it's not just about the athletes too. It's about these broadcasters, the streamers. It's about the people who are watching it. It's the whole thing. Like, when you look at the ecosystem of an NFL or an MLB, they have like this all thought about it, the culture, how it is. Like, it's set up, the structure, it works for everybody. And that's kind of like what we're trying to do, is connect like this, like the esports into like the modern day way of sport, but like with its own official rules, because it's its own niche.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you guys can plug into all of this, and it's not like we're just like other metaverse and gaming projects out in crypto right now. It's almost like you're just kind of betting on one system to work. But the great part about CyberLead is you guys can plug into any and all systems, whether it's gaming or metaverses, um, and so it gives you that flexibility. You know,
Yeah, it gives us it's actually pretty big to be able to plug into all applications, and eventually Microsoft, eventually like PlayStation, eventually we'll be able to get into mobile phones and start doing the same type of finding algorithms to make sure people are actually playing their games and that it's them doing it. And this takes a lot of integration with systems, and building the team correctly to make sure all this stuff works fluently, so the user doesn't, always have to be in beta phase.
Yeah,
essentially.
I want to give a shout out to our CTO Alex. A lot of this wouldn't be possible without him. He's a computer scientist with his PhD in artificial intelligence from Georgia Tech, and he has experience in the automotive AI detailing side, as well as other AI information, like 15 years AI intelligence. He's really the one responsible for building this application and making sure things are going to run as smoothly as possible. Like think of it like a lie detector test, but instead of talking to someone, you're just using your mouse. And yeah, just thanks, Alex.
So yeah, we'd love to get him on one of these days, so we can pick his brain and really like see what's under the hood. I'm pretty sure he can explain it better than all of
Oh
us.
yeah, I'll have to hound him a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we just wanted to keep these cyberspaces light. We do deep dives in the Discord AMAs and screen share and show you guys applications. So make sure you guys check out the Discord channel. Those are on Wednesdays, every other Wednesdays. But just to recap, you guys have an IDO right around the corner. So everybody be on the lookout for that.
There's a lot of great people, a lot of legitimate people, just throwing money at us. We're like, no, we're only accepting 157.
And keep this in mind for the people listening, guys. It's still a small team, so they're literally going through email one by one. So give them a little slack. They're getting through all the emails, and they're trying to figure out a way to include everybody who didn't get in on the private rounds. So thank you guys, man, for sharing everything. Yeah, keep your eyes open. Emails, NFTs, all of that good stuff.
Oh yeah, got one last thing. I'd like to announce that welcome Brian to Cyberlete. He's gonna be running the marketing side of things for us, and you're gonna start to see a lot coming out of us, and a lot of that has to do with Brian. He's a great guy, and in the very beginning, December or something, we put out an ad just asking for help, and he's one of the guys that reached out and been in contact since then, and we're really pleased to have him. And, welcome to the team, Brian.
I appreciate it. Dropped a bomb on everyone today.
Welcome to the team,
guys.
Brian.
I appreciate it. And I also did want to say that, like I wouldn't jump onto a project if I didn't really believe in it. Like Cyberlete isn't the only one. There were plenty of other companies, but I really read through their project. I looked into Jeff and Stolt, and they're really good guys, and they're building something that is going to be made to last for generations. So I really believe in the project, and that's why I jumped on board and decided to be part of the team. So really excited for everything that's going to be coming out. And yeah.
Thanks, Brian. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody, for joining.